Hello everyone, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator in Hamilton, Ohio, and I'm going to bring you a video tonight using the basic border dies and the Paper Florist dies. I do have to say I'm sorry that when I did this card, I did not realize that the Paper Florist dies are now on back order. They're not available until I think it's like September 16th. It's not that far off. But they are not available, but they're a great set to have, so I'm going to still show my card and that, so when they are available, you'll be able to order them if you want. I lost my host code and stuff. I don't know where I put it, but, oh, here it is. If you would like to order and you don't have a demonstrator, when I turn my camera down, you'll be able to see my host code and my online store at ritaholmes.stampinup.net. If you've thought about being a demonstrator and you have not, and you don't have anybody to go under, I'd love to be that demonstrator to help you. You can do that by joining on my online store, or you can email me at ritaholmes0611@gmail.com, and I'd be more than happy to help you. So, to get started, I just want to tell you Stampin' Up! Has a special. Their kits are on special right now for up to 30% off till the end of August. So if you've ever did their kits and liked them, want to order them, they're there. And if you've never done one, like to try it, there's some good kits really out there that are really easy and would be fun to try. So I'm going to flip my phone around, and I'm telling you now I'm using a new camera stand. So if I have a little bit going on that is a little shaky, then I'm sorry. But just bear with me because I'm going to turn it. I hope it's a little easier for you to do and that. So here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and flip my camera and then turn you around. So you're going to see the back side of my room. And then we're just going to go down. That was easy. Ooh, that was real easy. Almost too easy. So there you go. You get to see my room. And as we flipped around, but that made an easier transition than going to the ceiling, and I like that. I am going to make sure that my camera is in view, so let me just reload my page on my computer, and here we are. Nice and shiny, there we are. Okay, so here is my directions for my card. You can find that over on my stamp group on Stamp Crazy VIP on Facebook. You'll be more than happy. All of my cards have a PDF over there, so you can go and snag any of the files that you may like as you watch my videos. So I wanted to let you know about that. So I'm going to put that away. There's my card that I'm going to do, and the only stamping that's actually done on that is the saying, just a note. It's done with the Go-To Greetings stamp set that's in the annual catalog. So, I forget how much it is, but it's a good stamp set because you got your happy birthday, thinking of you, just a note, thank you, and then you have a small hello up here. They're different sizes. They are your clean stamps, they're not photopolymer, so if you like rubber stamps, there they are. We are also going to be using the basic borders, which are all of these dies right here. We're going to be using this one right here. If you turn it one way, it looks like clouds, but I just used it as a border on my card, which is right here, just to give... I didn't want anything real straight, so I just did that, and it just goes around. I also am going to be using the Paper Florist dies, and we're going to be using this flower right here is our main flower here, and then we've got this leaf, well, it's actually not a leaf, it's a stem with a calyx to put a flower in, and here's the little white flowers, which are right here. We're using this center here, the little round circle, and this leaf. So we're using pretty many of the dies. So let's get started. Our card is 4 1/4 by 11. I use the thick basic white. That's my favorite. And let's just give that a good score with my pot scrubber. You guys can use a bone folder. I prefer Pampered Chef's pot scrubbers. So let me move this card over here. I got to see how all this works for me. Okay, there's a spot on there, but that's okay. We're going to be using a piece of 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 for our front, so we just barely have a white background. That's Pool Party. We're going to take a piece of Lost Lagoon, and we are going to cut out our border real quick. And then we will be doing the flowers in that, which I already have cut out for you. So let's pull this out. Get our plates ready, number 1 and 2. We'll stick that on there. We're going to put our border die onto our paper, and I probably will use a piece of washi tape. We'll see. I'm going to lay this up here. Whoops, the wrong way. You want the little images up. You want to try to get that kind of even. Let's see if I can get this on here without doing the washi tape and hold it down. There we go. So we're just going to start that through. Sorry for the table shake. Push that off this side, and here is our piece that is cut. And I'll just, I'll show you how it looks like clouds when you use it the other way. Let's put our dies away. I like using the magnetic sheets because they stick and I don't lose them, hopefully. But anyway, I'm going to take this out for a minute and just show you if I would turn this like this. Kind of looks like you get a cloud border. See how that is? Kind of looks like clouds, but we are going to be using it on here to the side to give us a border. So let me move these plates. We'll get some glue out and we will start that. So I have some glue. So I'm going to just take that and match it up with the sides of the Pool Party. If it needs any trimming, we'll do that now before we put it on our card, but I think it looks okay. So we are going to use it like that. So there we go. There we have it. And that is going to go onto the front. So let's put all that down. We don't need to worry about it. We're not doing any direct stamping on it or anything to where we need to wait to put it on our card. The only thing you should do is make sure your card opens the right way before you put that down. I have made cards upside down because I didn't check my cards before I did them. So there we go. There's our card front. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our dies. So what we have here, we have our leaves. I'm going to stick all these up here so you can see what I have. I have two, and 2, and then I have 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have one of the center with the black dot that goes in the center. And then I have 6 flowers right here that goes with my little stems here. And it goes, there's the smallest one goes to your left, the biggest one in the middle, and then there's like a medium size. There's like small, medium, and large. So the small, medium are to the outside, and the middle one is the large one. So that's how we're going to glue those on. So let's get started with that. So first off, I'm going to take my leaf, and you just want to put just a dab of glue. Just a little dot. You need nothing more than that. And I just leave these lay on the table and do one at a time instead of trying to do 3. And I usually don't flip it across the room. So we do 1. I'm going to stick to my finger instead of 2. I can try glue back there because it didn't feel like it was wanting to stick. And 3. So we have 3 of those. We're going to do it again. Making sure I get the sides right. So we got 1. Oops, I did it again on that one. 2. Trying to turn that over. There we go. And 3. So there we go. We have those 3. Now let's glue these 3 together. We're going to glue 3 at a time together. We'll do those 3 and then these 3. And you can see that there's a wrong side and a right side from where you've cut them. So I'm going to take 2 of them and I'm just going to add a little dot of glue down here where the slit is. I'm not using the slit. So I'm going to put 2. I'm going to angle them a little bit. And then I will put this one. And I'm going to do the same over here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait just a second. I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to use a little of the Lost Lagoon ink and a blending brush. Here's my blending brush, and I am going to go ahead, before I ink this up, I'm going to see if there's any ink left in it that I can use, and there is. Because I didn't clean out my brush really well because I knew I was going to be doing this again. I already did it on one video. So now I'm doing it on this one. So there we have a little bit of color into our center. Now I'll clean my brush up. And stick it where it goes. There we go. So what we're going to finish with that one is I'm going to glue it together. So I'm going to, on this bottom one, I'm just going to add some glue onto these petals. And I'm going to take this flower, and I hope I can get that angle good enough to take this one off, I hope. I didn't get those angled really well, so we're going to have to do some shifting, I think. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to bring this one in here. And as I do that, then I'm going to take my blending brush that I just put back and blend that a little bit more right there. So what I'm going to do with that now is I'm going to bring in a Stampin' Pierce mat, and I'm going to get a stylus. I'm going to use the one off of this scoring tool, and I'm just going to press down on the center of this flower. Because we're going to actually add a center in there, so that's not going to hurt it. We'll take a bone folder, and we're going to just curl these little, I'm going to move my camera down. I'm finding out that this camera stand needs to be down here just a little bit more. There we go. So let's get this done. So there we go. We have a flower. Let's take our center. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the center of the flower. I'm going to press the center in there. You could also use a dimensional if you wanted it to be more up. I got two of those little centers. Little centers. And I'm going to put this black dot because it really brings out that flower once you put that in there. We're going to let that dry for a minute. We'll put the Stampin' Pierce mat out of our way. And we're going to bring in our flower. And I'm going to put my flower pretty much to the center when I do it. Probably like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, before we do that, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And I used just a note on there. I think I'm going to make this one a thank you card. Just to be a little bit different. Nobody said we had to do them alike, did they? No. So I have a for you card and a thank you card. So let's just put thank you on here. I'm going to rock that just a little bit because I want the, I had that too dark. Let's try it again. Not press so hard. That'll work. It's a tiny bit crooked, but it'll work. the back. And then I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to use my little scissors. I'm just going to angle it. And because my thank you is a little crooked, I think I'm going to put it at an angle. And that way you don't notice that being a little bit crooked. So let's do that first, and then we'll know where to put our leaves. And I have 2 dimensionals left on this pack before I have to cut everything up. So we'll just use those. Oops. There we go. Let's just put this down here. There we go. So let's start with these leaves, and I'm just going to add a little bit to the back side. If you've noticed, I haven't been using these little bottles before, but I ordered them off of Amazon. And so far, I really do like it. Before I finish that, I'm going to go ahead and pop up my flower. So let's just cut off a piece. Oops. And stick in the center, just like a pop dot, dimensional. And we're going to go ahead and put that down like so. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and add glue to this one with the white. And I'm just going to press my thumb where I put that glue so I know that it's down. I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm going to put this right here around that. It goes together really fast when you're going to put it all together. Makes a nice card. Make a beautiful sympathy card. And you notice I'm not using glue all over the leaf because that gives that a little bit of dimension when it stands up. And I just kind of put my fingers where I want that to stick. So that's our done card, all but our embellishments. Let's put our embellishments on there. We don't want to forget those. I'm going to use these big ones that's down here just to get rid of them. Just to get rid of them. Well, there we go. Right there. Okay. There we go. So we have our bling on there. We have our card made. It's very easy. These dies are wonderful. So when they do come back in stock, you may want to get them, especially if you're a flower person, and that's what I am. I love to work with flowers and that. So that's why I wanted to show you. I showed a flower last week made with them on a video. And so I showed one this week. And who knows, I may bring another one out after it comes. But here is my stamp store once again. And my, I'm trying to get this straight. Not knowing that it's real straight. But there's my cards. There's my video. I'll put my glue away and just tell you that thank you for watching my video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like my video. If you didn't and you give me a thumbs down, could you please write in the comments what I could do to better it? I would really love to hear from you. So until next time, you all have a blessed day or night, whatever it is that you're watching this, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.